Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Today is Tuesday, second stream of the week. Tuesday, typically your new release day. Today, kind of. I mean, the game we're gonna play was released last Friday, I think. But it'll be the first time we're showing it here. And then I also have to do something with that box back there. I will be opening that later today, live on stream. Special unboxing segment. Maybe even get to eat on stream, something I never ever do. Either way, good to see everybody. We will be doing a warm-up sesh with some Guess the Game. But I hope you all are having a good day so far. Especially those who were here yesterday for the Elden Ring segment. That game is almost done. Like 2 good maidenless nights and that game is a wrap. Famous last words, of course. It could be completely me being boosted and not being able to close out the game. We obviously hope that's not the case. Tomorrow, Lost Castle 2. That I already have a vid working. It's not up yet. We got a lot of footage. I actually like the game. I can say it has my seal of approval. It just has a little bit of jank to it. Maybe a little bit of imbalance. But otherwise, I actually think I like the game. Want to be there for that, but the airport took the whole day. That wasn't a Delta issue, was it, Blaze? You're not stranded, right? Even, I think it was Hideki saying that he couldn't get out of LA. No, out of Vegas. He ended up trying to get an Uber out of Vegas to, like, somewhere else. Name one other city in Nevada. Difficulty impossible. JetBlue. I have not flown JetBlue in probably like 20 years. I was doing Southern Airlines for a while. But then everyone wants to charge you per bag, and I think Southern Airlines is the only one who doesn't. So it's like you get the first 2 for free. It's like, shouldn't it always be like that? It's so weird that you have to buy the next bags. Only delayed by 2 hours? Not bad. See, it's tough for me because when you're stuck somewhere else for a whole additional day, like all flights canceled that day, we're gonna end up having to like do something else completely. That means we're going back to the hotel, if you have a hotel at all. And then you have to have that money like up front. The airline's not just gonna give you $500 cash. You have to just make it work. It's kind of crazy. You would think that something had been fixed. It's 2024. You would figure that that's not gonna stay that way. Oh, we have to snip up. I feel like I always am gonna potentially like dox myself with snipping tool on this scene. But this is what we posted in our Discord channel. This is a snip of a game. An anime waifu collector that has developed over the past year thanks to community feedback. I wonder what kind of feedback you need for your anime waifu collector. Key features include appealing anime girl. diverse, strategic gameplay. Notice the order of operations there. Think about when you're looking at a can of Mountain Dew, what the list of ingredients are. High fructose corn syrup, sugar, water, citric acid, orange juice. That means that one of those is at the top for a reason. Eye-catching skill animations. I assume this has something to do with this. So yeah, it's hard out there. Because not only do you need to make sure that the game that you're showing off has like good mechanics, but like what if it's only an anime waifu collector? What do you do? Like when it comes time to showcase the game, after this is done, this part right here, what else do you do? You could knock this out in 10 minutes. Probably less if it's generic. I don't know. I'm sure that's enough for some people, but I need some substance. Alright, let's do some Guess the Game before we hop into the Dead Cells segment. I'm gonna assume this is Rain World. Only Rain World and Animal Well look like this. It is not Rain World. How goes?
Have you seen the new TMNT roguelike?
I did, Taser, I did. So, there was a point where Alexa, for those who don't know, Alexa is one of our buddies over in the Wholesomeverse squad. Alexa had asked if we wanted to do a TMNT segment for the new roguelike game. And that game is like a beat 'em up, except you actually get relics and then it powers up like your combos and stuff like that. A few people have done ads for it. I think even Northern Lion has an ad for it. I believe it's probably a really good Switch title. Oh, well, what do you know? It's right here. It's probably a really good Switch title. I don't know if I am like hurting to play it on stream, but you know what would be really fun? I have, let's do another snipping tool. Just have to make sure I can find it. Hang on, hold. Maybe it's under July? So I have a video that I'm working on where I just want to take a look at games that are roguelikes that you would never expect it to be. One good example is God of War and Last of Us 2. Brand new roguelike modes added to both of them. So I feel like something like the TMNT game would be perfect for something like that. But we're not quite there yet. We'll see though. I'm not opposed to trying it. Spelunky 1? Definitely not 2. Original platform Ouya? Is that fair? You can't put that up here. That's like that's a failed console. How are you supposed to know what games are from that? Dungreed? Was that... Dungreed's not even in here. Wait, this is a scam. Not gonna lie, this looks like 90% of the games that show up in random roguelikes. You can't possibly know what this is. Wait, is this Duck Game? It's not Duck Game, but it's basically made the same way. Maddie Makes Games. Is this the Celeste dev? Towerfall? Why didn't they say it was on PC? I think this game is on Steam. Did we get screwed over by the Oya claim? Towerfall Ascension! No, it's only 4-player. 4-player local game centering around hilarious intense versus matches. It looks like Duck Game from Adult Swim. Is that game still around? Because like Adult Swim games got nixed, right? Like they're done. Ooh! Wait, someone got the rights of it. Corptron Games Corp. Really? I wonder if that's like the devs. They just made a fake publishing company just so that they can get the rights of their own game. But this game was gonna get canned with Adult Swim. But I believe, yeah, Stick Game is another one, right? Maybe not. I believe some of that's been fixed, apparently for Duck Game. I don't know if all of their games have been saved. I mean, I guess there was no way I was gonna get that. Oh my god, there's so many we haven't done. Free Elbow? Some people pay good money to see this. I always want to go with Sims first, but watch this be like GTA or something. 78%. That's not great. There's probably someone in the chat who's played this game before. If that's you, congratulations. I'm gonna punch this in. I know it's wrong. Not Homecoming. I know it's wrong, but this kind of looks like the prison. Alright. I mean, we got a scene like this. It's not Alan Wake, it's the It Takes Two devs game. Oh my god, I don't know the name of it. It's basically you and a buddy have to do like various gameplay things, but it's not like It Takes Two where it's platforming. It's like a whole campaign. Like, I can only think of the word two, but there's no way I can find it from just that. Army of Two. That was a really popular game. I feel like games like this are actually really good, but people, I don't think, want to play them. A Way Out? Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Like, I know the game. This is how I am with like 90% of trivia. I know the answer, I just don't know this part. The name of the answer. Like, I can give you a full synopsis, full definition, but the actual title or the actual like object's name, I can't. It's like a disconnect between the left and right side of the brain. The two hemispheres aren't communicating. Tomba? Or is it Tonfa? It's Tomba, right? Not Tomba? Not rated? 18 plus? Rayman? I don't think Rayman looks like this. Some kind of Flash game. Maybe like a Maple Story? Maple Story 1? Airless was so excited for Maple Story 2. And we played like a decent amount of hours of Maple Story 2. And then they canned that too. It's like kinda bad. MapleStory 2 is not even on Steam anymore. But funny enough, we've been getting ads for MapleStory 1. I've even seen in the movie theater, when we went to see Sonic the Hedgehog, there was an ad for MapleStory in it. Not in the movie itself, but in like the previews. There's a lot of MapleStory 2. It sucks, because like I can't even show how many hours I have in it. It's like lost media. This is what big corporations are doing. Stealing your hard-earned entertainment and make you go back and play this. Oh, they aren't even gonna show the combat? I feel like this is not what MapleStory 1 looks like nowadays, right? This is probably straight from 2009. I think MapleStory now is fully zoomerized. Flashing lights, animations everywhere, all kinds of drip that you can buy for real money. Maybe that's how the game always was. You know what? I just want to type in Evil West. I know it's wrong. It's not even in here. Okay. That answers that. I really don't think it's RE Village. I don't know what I'm looking at. Hitman wouldn't have anything like this in it. Is this like the Void Train game? It's probably not the right name. Maybe I just try Train. Probably not in here. I don't even know if that game's out of early access yet. PS5? Someone in chat knows what game this is. I really don't know. Is it like... Wasn't there a new Medal of Honor that came out? It's over. RIP win rate. An 80% adventure game. Who is this character? What is this foliage? This game came out this year, and I have no idea what it... Oh, Indica. Wait, what's all of these other scenes? I had no idea what I was looking at. It looked like an actual Alan Wake or something like that. Couple more. Give me a Civ 6. Okay. Mecha. Mech Runner. PC only. StarCraft? When would you see a spaceship in StarCraft 2? See, these kind of games, I lose instantly. Not to say that I'm bad at these games, but I think I cannot play these games. Like, I've been practicing Civ 6 offline in preparation for tomorrow, but we have Giga Smurfs and Wholesome Bursts. So it's like, how do you possibly win? Give me like a Warhammer. Is this what Helldivers looks like? Except they aren't showing any of the people on the ground? No, it's over. Harebrained schemes. Making the XCOM killer. With a little bit of Warhammer, a little bit of Civ 6, a little bit of Mech Runner. Chat, I don't know what this is. Battletech. Yo, Taser. And again, I'm not saying that these games are bad. I just cannot succeed. I'm losing in Balatro right now. I'm hard stuck in, I think, Orange Stake. Can't even get to Gold Stake to save my life, literally. We gotta get a win on the board. This is getting embarrassing. Give me an Oregon Trail. Give me a Risk. We gotta think old. Give me an Age of Empires. The oldest Age of Empires you can give me. Sheesh. It's over. Give me like a Robin Hood. Yo, this came out the year I was born. 1492. That ain't it. Sid Meier's! I forgot those games existed. Wow, these have been out for a long time then. Since 1987, Sid Meier has been popping off. Yeah, we have... There's too much red. I can't end on a red like that. Diablo 4. Dibs 4. I looked at the Diablo 4 PTR stuff for their roguelike mode. Very disappointed. Not Diablo 4, by the way. Like, I don't know why we cannot get an ARPG roguelike where it transforms your kit into something very interesting. Instead, it's always, here's a dungeon, and the roguelike is just buff the enemies and debuff you until you can get to the end. I cheated. I looked at chat. How did you get StarCraft from just those two? There's nothing even in here. These are webs. Like, maybe here you would recognize what this is. I don't. And getting closer, it is real-time strategy, so like maybe. That's the click icon. I see 50,000 of these, or else I'm a bronze player. That's your APM. Okay, I see you, I see you. We gotta get one without looking at chat. Give me a Tomb Raider Legend. Nowhere near. Give me a Fire Emblem Awakening. Is this what XCOM looks like? I always talk about XCOM, but I don't think I've actually seen the game before. Is there a World of Warcraft tactics game? This is bullcrap. I can't win. Sports? What am I looking at? 2009? Touchdown with orcs? How is this football? Cyanide Games. I legit don't know what I'm looking at. There's goblins. This one's called Squeagus. Barata. Blood Bowl. Who out there played Blood Bowl? Don't try to hide. This is a safe space. We can't end on this many downs. That's a sports joke. Give me a Subnautica. %. That's pretty good. What game would have graphics like this? Maybe a Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man. PS4 only? The flashlights look familiar. PS4 only, 93%. Beef's in. Nice. I never played Uncharted 4. We have Uncharted 3, we never finished it. Blood Bowl was a tabletop game? A Games Workshop sports game. That's so weird. But people played it. Sorry, chat. One more. One more. "20 minutes till dawn." Ooh! I recognize those graphics anywhere. That black and... Would you call this green? You would call that green, right? Did you hear about the co-op update to Blaze Blue Entropy Effect? I did hear about it, and then people told me that it was broken. So, like, the next patch, you couldn't actually get a lobby going. I don't know if it's fixed, or if it was ever, like, truly broken. But yes, I did hear about it. They also just announced in their Discord, Rachel as a DLC character. Is Rachel the girl vampire? Or maybe a witch or something? She wears black and red and has an umbrella. Is that Rachel? 20 minutes till dawn, I would say, is probably the first of the Vampire Survivors. I don't want to call them clones, but a Vampire Survivors like that, like, had an interesting idea, but just fell prey to staying Vampire
Guess
Survivors.
Who's back again? Bone is back. Tell a friend.
Bone with the bars. Thank you, Bone. Enjoy your Atlantic cod. I don't know how tasty that is. I prefer the salmon myself. But thank you for that ongoing support. Yeah, so it's like, you can make a Survivors game, and it can be fun. But if you take all the bad parts of Vampire Survivors and don't make those better, then, like, A, why would you not just play Vampire Survivors? And then B, you don't want to be, like, behind the 8 ball. Like, you need to be ahead of the curve when you're making these. Like, think about all games that have had, like, a spiritual successor made. Your Rogue Legacy 2s, your Dead Cells', your Hades 2. Like, you want to look back, identify the problem areas, and then don't put those in your game. Find some way to, like, elevate ahead of time. Or else you're just gonna be, like, doing hot fixes, trying to make the next patch that's, like, so exciting. We fixed all the problems that were there on day one. And not bugs, I mean, like, actual gameplay issues. So in this game, the issues were, let's say there's like 10 weapons. Out of the 10 weapons, 5 of them are probably not viable. It's not to say that, like, the weapons themselves aren't fun, But like in a Vampire Survivor setup, it can't function with this many monsters. One example is the crossbow. There was a character that fired basically a single sniper shot. And imagine a setup like this where you have one bullet. And there is actually like reloading in the game. Unless you can like spec that one bullet out for like ricochets and pierces and all of that stuff, it won't be fun. So you need that very, very quickly. And if it doesn't show up, the player's never gonna pick crossbow again. Like, why do that when I can play summon, or shotgun, or flamethrower, or the little Uzi that you can equip? All of that, very, very good. Really, the game that everyone should be looking at is Nova Drift. Nova Drift is not a true survivors game, but when you think about the issues that survivors have, this game solves like most of those issues. Sorry, I just want to mute the music. This game I think is in 1.0 maybe this week, maybe next week. Yeah, we'll swap to our game in just a little bit. Been trying to get more people to play BlazBlue with you. I think it's actually a really good game. Entropy Effect, that is. I think there's a lot of people who don't want to give it the light of day because they have preconceived notions about it. It's like, oh, this is just an indie game with an indie roguelike game with a BlazBlue filter on top of it. So I'm not gonna play it. If that's the case, then it's like you're gonna struggle playing anything, I think. It's like the Silksong people. Like, oh, this is just an indie dev making Silksong. Why would I play this when I can wait for Silksong to never come out? Same idea. My only issue is I don't really know how to get people to play the game. So in BlazBlue Entropy Effect, we have a good video out that I think makes a good case for it, but there's still enough people who say, that ain't my BlazBlue. It could be your BlazBlue if you gave it a chance. Alright. Nova Drift, good game, by the way. It actually says it's... Oh, leaves early access August 12th. So it is still early access right now. I didn't like Hakumen at first, but now he's the best. Some people believe Hakumen is like literally the best character in Entropy Effect, just based off the game's mechanics. I'm not gonna sign off on that. All I'll say is that I've gotten a lot farther with Hakumen than I have with Taukaka. But we don't know if the same thing's gonna happen with Rachel. Rachel Alucard, thank you, Blaze. That might be the new main. I mean, I'll probably just play it anyway, because it's new. We haven't had a new character in Entropy Effect in a while. That's what everyone has been begging the devs for. I think it was smart of them to fix their game mechanics and balancing. And it's a small team anyway, so like they may very well not have had a body who could actually like work on that. Alright, so little housekeeping. We have 22 BC up. Timer is not paused, which is correct. Exclamation points are off, which is correct. I think we're good to go. We did a little bit of 22 BC on Sunday. Little bonus stream we did. We did win, but I didn't like the win we got. So we're gonna do it again. I'm not gonna take tactics if I can help it. Even though we just got a double tactic scroll. We need music. I have not been a fan of Flawless lately. I don't think the hand hook can do anything. Pretty sure this is a throw. This is me really trying not to play tactics. Even though, like, I'm pretty sure I could win right now if I played tactic. The counter's busted. You've done every Hakumen run, 100% win rate. Counters are hard to do in roguelike games, I assume. Really? Because it's like, you gotta make sure that it's not imbalanced. But sometimes it's not fun to have the player have to memorize what you can counter and what you can't counter. Sometimes it's just fun to have like it completely open-ended. Some people would say it's a skill. Like the fact that I can cast my counter on like a giant screen laser, that's a skill. Can you do that in Elden Ring? Absolutely not. Why do I have this weapon? In 22 BC. Why have I not deactivated weapons? I can't one-shot a rat? That's how you know we're in trouble. So yeah, there's a lot of games that have like big emphasis on that basically Sekiro counter gameplay. Nine Souls is one. We just played Nightmare the Lunatic. That's another one. Wow, I thought it would interrupt the monster. So I was saying, what are you doing? Get me out. I knew I should have just gone with the boomerang. If anything, if we aren't going to play tactics, just swerve out of tactics. You don't have to put the points into purple if you start it with purple. So yeah, there's like a real fascination with doing these Sekiro-style parry everything games. And I'm always curious, like, is that gameplay that everyone can do? I'm not saying that in a toxic way. Sometimes I like prefer if the game has that as an option. Like in Nine Souls, the parry I think is an integral part of the game, but there's like such a cool story in there. Actually, now that I think of it, maybe Nine Souls does have a story mode difficulty. Or like you're just focusing on doing the mechanics and you don't get like giga punished for it. That sounds familiar actually. A lot of the games we play, obviously, you don't get any help. Even in Dead Cells, the assist mode for easier parries, it's kind of weird. Maybe it's only because of the technology they have. What it does is that when you do a parry, the parry animation slows down. So it's like the window is bigger, but it looks like your character is going in slow motion. And like to me, the animation just looks kind of weird. Almost to the point where it's like I'd rather just do the parry attempt and maybe take like damage reduction if I try to parry. Look, I pressed another button besides square and triangle. It's the power of the ice crossbow. You only have 2 buttons on your controller, and it actually works. It's kind of incredible. Now that being said, I never finished Sekiro. I would have loved to, but really the same thing happened as what happened with Mesmer for me. I got into the Mesmer fight, I didn't enjoy myself, and I just went to a different boss. But unfortunately in Sekiro, the final boss that I'm at, I can't go anywhere else. Like, that's it. I think I might have all bosses cleared in the game. Okay, it's a good star. Poison the enemy, and I don't think poison breaks the ice. Technically, this is an improvement. Though that would break ice. Yeah, we don't break the ice as easily. You can kind of like double tap. Just fun. Freeze is a fun stat in this game. It's just on bosses, it's not that great. You have such a short window to do anything with it. Except for Ice Crossbow. I think Ice Crossbow is the only thing that can actually really work as freeze. But if you use any skill, you're probably gonna break it. Alright. 2.7. So the rules are we have to go to a cursed biome. I would rather take this into Arboretum, to be honest. And that has a lot more free items in it. Let's head this way. Ooh. Is this something we want to play? I feel like the answer is no. I don't think Shark is all that good in 22 BC. I need to be able to like do damage as soon as possible, and that thing takes a little too long to get there. Alright. So some good news, everybody. That random roguelikes vid, I posted it. It was, you know, a little scary. It always is scary to post brand new things. It's actually doing pretty good right now. It's a number 2 out of my last 10, which is like really, really exciting. Very, very unexpected for it to reach 2 out of 10 status. But it makes me think I should probably do another one. And then when I checked Iron Pineapple, because obviously like we got most of that idea from Iron Pineapple, I didn't realize that that's really all they've been doing. Like before Elden Ring came out, it was probably weeks of back to back to back to back. I played 7 random Souls-likes. I didn't know that. I thought they did that only like once in a full moon. But I guess that makes sense during that downtime with no Elden Ring. You have to come up with something. And I feel like that's a little synonymous with where we're at right now with the Dead Cells stuff. There's no update. That hurt. Then we gotta come up with something. There's only a couple of build ideas I have in mind, and I'm working on the tier list. But after that, like, we gotta come up with something. Whoa, what? Why was this Ramus, like, rolling for no reason? I wasn't even over there. A lot of monsters. Plus a mushroom. And I can get cursed. Are you okay? Wow, it actually walked out when I got closer. It's like I saved it. Okay. Kind of wish I just done that from the very beginning, but it's alright. Double purple. I am like at least kind of happy about Lost Castle. So that comes out tomorrow. It's a little janky, but you know, we like janking our games sometimes. That makes for funny things to happen. If everything was just by the books and nothing unexpected was to show up, then it would be Resident Sleeper. That's why you always see me take the spicy stuff when we play Dead Cells. Gotta prevent the sleeper. If I get a melee weapon, maybe. I didn't realize the piercing shot was what was doing the poison. Freaking mushroom. Good news is I'm only at 3 melees. That means we're keeping pace somehow. Oh, yeah. So one other thing that I did yesterday, maybe the day before, so I went into Tangent stream. Tangent is someone who's right now doing a lot of No Man's Sky. And I think No Man's Sky did like a very recent patch. So a lot of people are excited about No Man's Sky right now. I checked out Tangent's stream because he had posted how many hours he has in No Man's Sky as like an accomplishment. So today is the day we finally hit, I think the number was 800 hours in No Man's Sky. Streamed, not like offline hours. So I took a look, I was like, I wonder how many hours we have streamed in Dead Cells. I know my game time, right now it's what, 2,500? But how much of that is like stream time? So come to find out, stream time for Dead Cells, 2,000. It might be 2,000 on the dot. Like, not exactly, of course, but not any like hundreds on top of that. Over like the entirety of what we've been doing on Twitch, YouTube, etc. 2,000 hours streamed for Dead Cells. That is a wild number. It's almost like an impossible to think of number. The next game below that, I think, was 150 hours from 2,000. And it wasn't Hades 2. Was it Hades 1? It might be Hades 1. I have a tweet for it. But it's like the difference between game 1 and the next game down, game 1 being Dead Cells, is that like 40%. 40% of everything that I've done on Twitch. Again, like, impossible to think of number. Unfathomable number. Illogical number. I really don't want that tombstone. Because it's not going to be able to do the execute. Another one. What sucks about this is if we hit boss's last gift, I'm not gonna be able to sell off my weapon because we'll lose both weapons basically. At least boss's last gift with like a melee plus a shield, I can ditch the shield. Dang, that hit me. So yeah, 2,000 hours out of everything we've done. This past year, it's been like a little better. We only did like 17% of everything was Dead Cells. So the number's getting better. However, the thing that was like really, really interesting to me was that Tangents got like multiple games at 900-ish hours. And to me, that's like crazy. How in the world did you spend 900 hours in multiple games? Even on Steam right now, it goes Dead Cells, Path of Exile as like my two 1,000 plus games. And then after that, it goes 400 for PUBG. And then maybe like 150 for Don't Starve Together. Like, do you all have multiple 900-hour games in your Steam libraries or whatever you play on? I was amazed. When Hades 2 Early Access dropped, I took a little bit of time to like main some Hades 2, and we have to go back once they do another update. But even still, Hades 2 for me is only at like 100 hours. So I would have to do that 9 more times, which I don't have an issue with. It's just like trying to think of how much streaming that is for the one game, not counting anything else that you might be doing like around that same time frame. Nuts. I wouldn't be surprised if someone would even ask me like, how do you even have 2,000 hours streamed? And like, that's the benefit of having a game that did updates. I have to buy a weapon. Surprised we didn't really get anything free. Not every game is as lucky. What do you mean 22 cells? So as I was talking about, we have 2,000 hours streamed of this game. If it was only 5 BC, I don't think we could have done that. And that's not to say that like it's bad for me. I think it would be bad for you all if it was just 5 BC for the entirety of the 2,000 hours. So we had to make up our own BCs, Savian. So now we're up to 22. Technically, we have a win as of yesterday, but kind of fudged it a little bit, so I don't really want to count it. Dang. It's not as good, but we need something. It's like all my money gone. So yeah, that's the other part of it is after stuff like 22 BC, I don't know if I have a lot of ideas left. We were floating for a while on updates. I won 5BC once, never got out of prison quarters ever since. Feels bad. Now, is that because you're trying to try other kinds of builds? Or are you finding that no matter what you play, same thing happens? Gray screen. Which happens to a lot of us. That's how I am in Balatro. We lost. Oh my god, why is it bank? That's what happened to me in Balatro. I can't win a game. I played Balatro this morning. I've been playing Balatro almost daily since what? Since I finished Path of Exile. Last season, anyway. Can't win. I'm about to watch a YouTuber, Xavian. I'm about to see top 3 builds in Balatro. That's the only way. I think it was Afro Senju that I saw. Where it was like, well, it's a professional YouTuber. He's gotta watch other people too sometimes. Maybe it's my ego that's the issue. I think I shouldn't have to watch someone, but in reality, here we are. Dying. I didn't really mean to go into red card here, but that's fine. Never tried Balatro, do want to try it one day. Yeah, it's definitely not Dead Cells. Like, we have that random roguelikes vid up right now, and you don't know how many games are in there that I just can't... not in there. How many games weren't able to go in there. Because it's not one of these kind of games. An action roguelike. And even then, even then the action roguelikes, they might not be a Dead Cells-like or a Hades-like. It could be a Survivors-like. So it's like I have to try to figure out what the criteria is on what goes in and what doesn't. Have you played Shape of Dream? Oh wow, I looked away. Wow, curse. That could have been really bad. Is Shape of Dream the Risk of Rain 2 looking game? It's like isometric Risk of Rain 2. QWER skills. Oh, probably not W, but QER skills, and then shooting the screen. If so, no, I have not played that game. That might be something we can put on random roguelikes. You guess so? Yeah, it could be something that shows up on random roguelikes. I feel like we have a good opportunity to play a lot of different kinds of stuff, but with the right timing. We gotta get rid of this. The crossbow is definitely not a better crossbow. But we couldn't take the one we had into here, or else it would still be bad. Basically, you need an ice crossbow that doesn't break freeze. One shot. We don't even have bonus damage to frozen target. And then we lost the poison, too. I keep looking away, then almost dying. Unlucky. Rip 60. It's very early. Seems right up my alley. Yeah, I don't mind the game being early. So going back to the conversation about 2,000 hours streamed of Dead Cells and then everything else. So Dead Cells is 40%, 40, of everything I've done on Twitch. The next game is 4%. Now, if you like add up all those games, it ends up being like 50%. But it's like, it's all so many games that are just first looks. We gotta main something. We gotta get the next 900-hour game. Could be Noita. Probably not Isaac. I feel like that game, I don't know if I can even watch it for that long. Unless you're doing Eden streaks. Yeah, I'm breaking the freeze. Look at that. It's not even staying frozen. Wow, that was really fast. Nothing to get my health back either. Wow, it broke the freeze. I mean, it's good bat prevention. But I can't do my combo. I still have to get over my old main Dota. I haven't played it since 2014. It sounds... Oh, you mean get over the amount of hours. I was gonna say, it sounds like you did get over the game if you haven't played it. Yeah, probably my actual most played games are League of Legends and Final Fantasy 14. I don't count Final Fantasy 11 in that because I feel like no games existed during that time frame. Alright. So technically we can buy food at the bottom of the map. If it's a mimic, it's GG. Death Must Die is a Vampire Survivors like. You enjoyed it, picked it up for a $5 sale. Pretty good early access. They did just drop a roadmap too. I do think Death Must Die has some good ideas in it. It has some stuff that I would love to see in it in terms of the equipment that you pick up. It's a game where you get equipment and that like changes how your character is played. Am I gonna aggro the Gold Gorger? Why did I aggro the Gold Gorger? It's giga over now. It's never been more over than it is right now. I can't freeze it. There we go. Well, rip YOLO. -1 mutation just for coming to this map. Shop's below me too. If it's a mimic, I'm gonna snap. It took my money too, so I'm also down money? For looping? Like it's DBD? Oh my god, I can't freeze it. Because of the barnacle. Alright, right here. Alright, freeze is done. We're chilling. I'm getting my freaking food. It's not dead. How is it not dead? All right, Worth. Him. Don't let anyone tell you that 22 BC is too easy. Don't forget that Mimic has 50% more HP. Actually, we should check that. Yes. That ain't Grandpa's Mimic. No siree. Interesting, the freeze doesn't stop the spikes. So yeah, I like Death Must Die. I think I would like it more if it did a couple of things I would request. I didn't request anything, to be honest. And that's not to say the game has to appeal to me. Sheesh. I'm sure I'll end up playing it in 1.0. It's gonna happen. It's bound to happen. With art like that, you can't not play the game. I just posted a, I actually showed it at the beginning of the stream. A screenshot of a game that was sent to me. That the dev themselves called it an anime waifu collector. That's literally what the game has as their tagline. So of course people are gonna want to play Death Must Die. It's not an anime waifu collector, but still looks pretty good. Item sorting is a must. It's very annoying to change builds right now. Do you change builds all that often? Like, okay, I want to play Summoner. What's the girl's name? Scatty. I want to play Summoner Scatty, and then you decide, all right, I'm tired of Summoner Scatty. I'm gonna play. What else does she do? Secondary attack Scatty. I think they call that power attack. Actually, with the last update they did in Death Must Die, I would say the game is in a much better spot, where they assign different kinds of attacks to different labels. It's like you have a summon label, you have an attack label, you have status, I guess, you have power. I think that was a step in the right direction. So there's probably like a bunch of stuff that's gonna be in the game by the time that I'm ready to play it. Again, because I did play it before. Alright, I just want to grab this over here. This cash. Don't leave money on the table. The last talents in the skill tree are impactful. Yeah, I definitely didn't make it that far. But I guess that's like, when you're playing early access games, that's the danger, right? You may not like the game in early access, but then it may show up later. Yeah, we're dropping frames right now. I hope that doesn't have something to do with the new encoding that we're trying out. Okay. I don't know if you all remember the experiment we did during Elden Ring, where I was checking to see like what kind of quality options there were. I feel like we haven't really been lagging like this since I turned that on. So I should probably try for a week or so, turn that back off and see what happens. Yeah, I agree, like a full week of that. Because I know you all also said that I've always had quality options. So the stream may not be any different. In fact, it could be worse than before. So we'll just have to experiment. What an awful place to be. It's this. This has to die. Okay. You know what? Not terrible. Poison heals you. Is that OP? Am I going to literally anywhere that has poison? Try to get the full heal? Legendary. Oh my god, how? I just jumped down there. I saw that there was the spike. I paused. And then I was gonna unpause and dodge roll, but then I just got freaking yeeted. I didn't do anything. So from the last update, every character has 36 skill points in the skill tree. And very last tier is the last point. Can only run one of them at once. Yeah, we'll probably give the game a try. It's really not a matter of the game's bad to me. It's more so there's like stuff I would love to see in the game. Yo, Dreams, I'm just gonna clear out your chat. You're not banned just yet, but keeping it family friendly here and not troll friendly. So we gotta try this again. We could Death Scythe it. Death Scythe is like... I still feel as though it's gonna struggle in 22 BC. But to be fair, I haven't really given it a college try. I just pretend like it's gonna be bad. And maybe that says more about me than about the weapon. I mean, that seems legit. It just takes me so long to do the combo. And when monsters have more HP, that's also an issue. I hit the bottom of my desk. I want to remove the shelf. I don't know why, but like my positioning, like I grew or something. I'm 37 years old. I grew. And now my desk doesn't fit me anymore. How does that work? Also, Loot, good to see you. Loot, are you still playing Gestalt? See, I feel like this is not good in 22 BC. The monster HP is just too high for how long the combo is. Like, if it takes me 3 hits to kill a slasher, it's gonna be a problem. The guy's depiction, because I think that's similar to Hades. Nothing too weird. I might have missed a conversation there. TF is 22 BC. Can someone do... Oh, we don't have the command in the title. Can someone do exclamation point BC? Good overall, a bit short. And there's some Resident Sleeper. You know what my issue was with Gestalt? There's a lot of dialogue in the game. And that's not to say that dialogue makes games unplayable, but to stream it and have to like talk through every single bit of dialogue that showed up, I couldn't do it. Again, that's not really the game's fault. It's just like my content. It just didn't fit, I think. Yeah, a lot of reading and not a lot of voice acting, if any. Like, that's why you all don't really see me play RPGs on stream. Even, like, so we did Wuthering Waves. I haven't done Genshin Impact. We have done Zenless Zone Zero. But, like, trying to get through Wuthering Waves, oh, and Tower of Fantasy? Oh my god, like, you want to talk about freaking talking for hours. Again, like, I get it. Wow, I missed the parry. I get it, but I don't think I could do it on stream. I'm gonna stay purple for a sec. That's why I did Zenless Zone Zero offline. So I can, like, tell you all what the actual dialogue is. And then I just let them, like, talk during high action cutscenes. Like cutscenes where I know something cool is going on. Zero replay value in Gestalt? I would imagine... Do people replay Metroidvanias? I know you'll probably tell me, V, I have 1,000 hours in Hollow Knight, but that's only because Silksong never came out. If Silksong came out the year after Hollow Knight, you would have 50 hours in Hollow Knight at best. I guess we'll keep the shark. We have to go Arboretum. Oh, that's this way. Heavily inspired by Mega Man X and Symphony of the Night. I did see a lot of Symphony of the Night. There's also a bounty board in that game, which is very reminiscent to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I don't know if the Castlevania series ever did, like, quest logs and bounty boards. I would not call myself an expert in Castlevania games. I'm gonna swap here. So this Ma has 40% extra damage, but the difference between a level 5 Ma and a level 7 broadsword is 100% damage. We're going from plus 158 to plus 250 from base. So you assume if broadsword and that shared the same base value, even with 40%, it's not enough. I also don't mind broadsword. Like, in the tier list, I would say broadsword is a solid B because it's the most generic weapon you could possibly think of. It's like the baseline for survival. If a survival weapon can't surpass broadsword, then it may as well just be D tier. Same thing with Twin Dagger. If you're a brutality weapon and you can't beat Twin Dagger, then you're not in the B tier. Biggest complaint, all the cool moves, never got to use them because they were resource heavy, and there's hyper armor in the game. Interesting. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night had a lot of moves in it too. I wonder how much that is, like, synonymous between the two of them. I think Bloodstained had you doing fighting game inputs, like quarter circle forwards and stuff like that. We need stats. Yo, full rainbow build? 333 incoming? 333 Mark of the Beast? Oh, snap. don't know why it does that. It like gets stuck in blue shell or red shell, I guess, and then doesn't actually unstuck itself unless I duck. Very weird. Wow, I missed that Phantom Slash. People are talking about Mega Man right now as well. I guess there's either a tweet or an article from Capcom saying that they are interested in working on their Mega Man title. Like, they do feel their Mega Man IP. They do feel as though Mega Man still has like a lot of potential, but they have to figure out how to make a Mega Man game for 2024. And I saw a lot of people say, give me a Mega Man Metroidvania, where like you unlock all the different powers, but it's like one giant map. Like, technically, Mega Man is kind of like a Metroidvania already, right? You unlock the powers from the bosses, and then you use those powers to do the next area. I'm asking because I don't play Mega Man. I think the only Mega Man I've ever played is Mega Man Legends, which I think is lost media. I don't even know where you can play Mega Man Legends. I do not want to see a Mega Man roguelike game. I know 30XX exists. That's not why I don't want a Mega Man roguelike. Right now, I have so many people saying they're tired of roguelike games. Why are we lagging? I think if they made... Now, of course, they could really, really cook it and end up making like something fantastic. But if they don't, if people look at it and say, oh, it's just another roguelite of a game that didn't need to be a roguelite, I think it's gonna do more harm than good. Even if it's like a fun roguelite, I think people are so... And when I say people, I mean like no one in here. I mean gamers, trademark. Gamers in air quotes. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what's going on, those gamers have buying power. So you can't say that they don't have any say in the market, because they definitely do. I think people like us are the minority. I did see the TMNT roguelite. That's not exactly an example of a game that didn't need a roguelite, because I think it could probably be advertised as a beat 'em up, and no one would really know the difference. But I'm sure there's people who like know the roguelite term, look at the game and say, I can't do another roguelite, screw this. There are those people that exist. So I feel like Mega Man would fall in that same trap if they were to go roguelite. Unless the game gets giga cooked. Not even like kinda cooked, this needs to be like the next best roguelite of all time. Not like the best flawless. The stun the victim is fantastic, but unfortunately we didn't get victim slow. So it's like kind of DOA, but I'll play it. Did I play Mega Man Battle Network? Okay. True. Now, I did see people who say, oh, give me either a Mega Man Metroidvania or give me a new Mega Man Battle Network. And I don't know if a new Mega Man Battle Network would sell. Again, I love those games. I didn't play a lot of them, but it is one of my favorite genres, is that grid-based action deck builder slash roguelike, whatever you want to do with the mechanic. Basically one step from Eden. Like, that to me is extremely fun. But I don't know, part of me thinks that's kind of an aged concept for a lot of people. People already complain about Pokemon, for example. Obviously, Pokemon still sells a crap ton due to just branding, but I don't know if Mega Man can carry a battle network. And I could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong. As a matter of fact, I would love to be wrong, and a Mega Man Battle Network in 2024 is one of the top-selling Capcom games of the year. I would love that. I can't see that. I can't even fight this thing. Because I can't tell when it's gonna spin. I have one step from Eden on the wish list. Dang, like this is probably worth it. I think I need both of these skills. Yeah, one step is probably in my top 5 for action roguelikes. I don't really consider it a deck builder. I feel like it's more like a busted build hunter, like Warm Snow. It just happens to be casting spells in sequence. So it looks like a deck builder, but I feel like in reality, it's a busted build hunter, putting together pieces to make something like really, really unbeatable. All these items are garbage, by the way. What's the game called? I think we have it up. TMNT Splintered Fate. Hashtag ad. Not by us, obviously. Nurkursed Sword in 22 BC. It's a little bit going on in 22 BC, unfortunately. And also, you can't, like, re-roll some of the mutations. No, not mutations, I'm sorry. The other big part about the 22 BC is that my affixes are hard-locked. I simply cannot get another affix. So if I get a Curse Sword, and you want to go with that, like, open wounds, bleeding gameplay that Curse Sword's so good at, you just can't. It's not an option. That burn did nothing. Are we dead? Rare he's not dead moment? Oh my god, is that the first green scroll on an amulet this entire time? Oh my god. What have I been doing all my life? Don't ask what I'm looking for. Actually, that would have been good, but I'm not super far from it. Yeah, so what I was talking about earlier, for all the folks just now coming in, we found out that Dead Cells is obviously my most streamed game on Twitch, but out of everything we've done on Twitch, 40% of it, 2,000 hours streamed of Dead Cells. The next game down is like Hades 1 or something at 100 hours. 2,000 compared to 100, ridiculous. So we gotta find what's the next 2,000 hour game for the V.Me channel. Is it Path of Exile? Are we going back to League of Legends? No one ever leaves League of Legends. If it's a roguelike, can you get 2,000 hours from Streets of Rogue 2? Is that a thing? If I had Victim Slow on the Flawless, this would actually be really good. Maybe we do it anyway. And then assume that gameplay is gonna happen. Wow, I need 3 monsters. All right, 1, 2. There's exactly 3. There aren't many games you can play multiple thousand hours. Mario Kart, maybe? No, they're out there. Elden Ring, Hollow Knight, Noita. What else is popular? Obviously, like multiplayer games, like you said. Dang, I almost have to pull up the Twitch browse screen. Chat, someone look at Twitch right now and tell me what are the single player. Like, it could have some multiplayer like Genshin Impact, but what's the single player stuff that's doing well on the top of Twitch? Street Fighter technically is multiplayer, but like you kind of play it single player. Like you just assume everyone else you're fighting against is a bot. Especially if you're not in Masters. Dang. Binding of Isaac is in there, but I don't know if I could do 1,000 hours of Binding of Isaac. It's a good game and all, but out of all of our options, Binding of Isaac for 1,000 hours? I don't know about that. I'd rather do Noita for 1,000 hours. And that's already grasping. Alright, so I'm gonna try Heart of Ice here. I know you could go with Instincto for the crits, but I'm assuming this sucks, by the way. This is 2 times in a row. We got Corrupted Prison is what I'll just say. Or Prison Depths. Bank. Which is probably the worst time to get Bank. Twice in a row. Very, actually, on the flip side, we're getting massive luck today. Chat, go out, get your lottery tickets. If you have lottery in your country. If that ticket isn't the one, for all you know, the next ticket is the one. You don't know. Wait, I do no damage. You don't know. That did not die to the fall. Oh yeah. It's so over. We gotta get rid of this weapon. Like, it's a good Heart of Ice enabler, but it doesn't do damage. I mean, it killed that, I guess. If you get a lot of patience, Silk Song would be your next big game. I have zero faith in Silk Song. Now, to be fair, I also had no faith in Hades 2. So it could very well be... I'm not going to play this Hayabusa. It has no stats. Maybe the worse I think a game will be, and or not come out at all, that's what makes it truly better. Because, not gonna lie, Hades 2 was a very, very big surprise to me on how much quality it is. I wouldn't mind Hades 2, like, full release being our 1,000 hour game. Right now, I'm struggling a little bit on the YouTube side for Hades 2. But other than that, like, Maybe like once it's in full release, it'll be a different story. Wow. Why can't I clear this curse? Wow, Rammus. I can't swing until the Thorny's dead. Yo, the fake out. Almost faked myself out. All the waiting grows my expectations. I trust their passion for quality. I also trust their quality. What I don't trust is, as a content creator who needs a 1,000-hour game yesterday. I can't wait for Silksong. We gotta think of the present. Wow, my malaise is sky high because I can't kill fast enough. And everything I find is just not good. Like, just no good stat lines. Or not survival at all. Wow. Stun, electrify. No. We could maybe do the electrify if we find cards. Diverse deck. Still think it's Binding of... Oh, TBD. To be disclosed. Yeah, there's no date for Silksong. A matter of fact, there's YouTubers out there that all they do is they post if there's Silksong news or not. Every day. Is there Silksong news? No, but here's some fan art I drew. And it works because everyone's in the same boat. We're all like, okay, where's Silksong? Nowhere? Okay, I drew Hornet. Couldn't think of the character's name for a second. And I get it. I get it, but I can't wait for Silksong. Not as the creator, the content creator, that is. I need to be able to do stuff now. Oh. Didn't lose my crits though, thanks to the new legendary. What was that? Was the game loading had to kill me? What in the world just happened? Even if they announced a date, we already had that. Yeah, with the Xbox conference. Phil said every game comes out this year. Or in the next 365 days. I think that was the exact thing he said. And the first trailer of that conference was Silksong. I can't be waiting. I'm gonna say I don't mind fighting this. Is that thing still alive? Oh my god, it's still in here. There was an invisible elite the entire time. Little spoiler Reno for the tier list. Flawless is not in the S tier. Just to say that. Oh my god, monsters are transforming. It's taking me years to kill anything. I feel like I've been in bait for probably 20 minutes. I need that money. Yeah, so the reason why this all came up was we were talking about Tangent. Tangent has put like their last 900 hours for streaming into No Man's Sky. Dang. Oh my god, I rolled into that. Lost my crits. Riviolo. But before No Man's Sky, they were playing Warhammer. I know Warhammer's pretty popular, but the difference between like No Man's Sky and Warhammer are completely night and day. Like there's probably nothing more unrelated, I'd imagine, between the two. I mean, there's space. That's about it. So like technically speaking, does the next 1,000-hour game for us need to be like one of these kind of roguelikes? Maybe not. But like I said, what else is there? That's single player and can get you 1,000 hours. That has like good community too. When I get people who come in and say, yo, you play this game? I didn't know that. Why do we need a replacement for Dead Cells? So we're at 2,000 hours streamed of Dead Cells. So a huge number. Oh wow, I'm going back. It's an incredibly big number. We're at 22 BC. We have a tier list that's gonna be put up this, probably not this month, but probably next month, all items tier list. And then, what else? I don't know if I have anything in mind necessarily. Because like, if I were to do streaks, 5 BC streaks in Dead Cells, we already have like a top 3 builds video. I would just use that. Just whatever top 3 shows up, we can't risk the streak. It's not like you are a Cobalt streak playing Binding of Isaac, where the Eden streak has like multiple characters, very random situations. Dead Cells is pretty random, but from where we're at right now, we can kind of have into the stuff that we need to have. Still random, so I might not get everything I want, but we can give us the best case. Do you remember everything in 22 BC this time? No. There's too many things in there to even devote to memory. That's why we have the command, !BC. Work harder, no, work smarter, not harder. See, I already get screwed up. I don't have the brain capacity to remember all the points of 22 BC. So yeah, like when it comes to content creation in general, audiences' tastes can change. For a lot of folks, like that's not important, because even if like some people in your audience change their tastes, let's say for example, Elden Ring came out, now they're a big fan of Elden Ring, so they're mostly watching Elden Ring stuff. Typically that's fine, because you'll get other people who come in where they are just now coming on to you in the same way that other people came on to you like in the past. However, especially now that we have Dead Cells Farewell, Now that we're at 22 BC, there's a lot less people who are like just freshly coming on to Dead Cells. I think a lot of my folks like have seen everything I've done. And that's why 22 BC and higher is like so interesting, is because it's stuff that even they haven't seen before. It's stuff I haven't seen before. I'm making it up on the fly. So that's why when it comes to trying to think about other games, we gotta start looking for the next 2,000-hour game. Am I dead? Wow, the extra jump saved me. So the issue with the mushrooms is they don't get stunned. So even with a stun on hit flawless, it's actually not doing anything. Wow, free barricade? Is this good enough to go electric Hayabusa? Part of me thinks the answer is no. Wow, it doesn't even do bonus to electrify target or anything. Let's swap and see if this feels good at all. Get off the spikes, please. That's like kind of interesting. I feel like I'm doing some kind of damage right now. The Hayabusa is also freeze nearby enemies, so that does work with Heart of Ice. Yo, Myrrh, thank you for that. 7 months. 7 months already. Sorry, you have fishies coming in. You want to make sure you get that credit. Thank you for that ongoing support. This bank is for you, assuming I don't die. Slow down. It's the exact same thing. It is literally the exact same one. Okay, that's legit. Is Windblown or Rogue Prince the next 2,000-hour game? Rogue Prince, while being a fun roguelike, at the current point of the game, I don't know if it's a 2,000-hour roguelike. Has a lot of cool ideas, but like just from Prince of Persia, like at base value, I don't think the Prince can do a lot of things to make like each run that unique. I feel like it's probably gonna feel more like Returnal, where okay, here's this overall game with permadeath. Try to get your character the best it can be to actually get to the end. And there's nothing wrong with that. Windblown, we don't know anything about. We've only seen gameplay. And like, yeah, maybe gameplay is enough to get to that point. If you look at Binding of Isaac, that certainly has a lot of gameplay. Trying to see if I could get a replacement for the ice grenade. Feel like I don't really have one. Another diverse deck could have been interesting too. All right, get the cheese, and then we're good to go. I still actually have to play the latest patch of Rogue Prince. I think they just did a patch this week, where they introduced a, not really a speedrun mechanic, but you get buffed by moving extra fast. But I haven't had a chance to try it. Binding of Isaac, real platinum god. So the other thing we could think about, while we're trying to find that next 1,000 hour game. The number keeps changing. The other way you could look at it is, okay, what if you have all the roguelikes that you like haven't really finished? So Noita, Binding of Isaac, Into the Gungeon, and you just spend like a month where you just go back to back. We're gonna play this roguelike until it's done. Maybe not Dead God, because that feels like it's not smart. I'm gonna try Melee as a way to make more Heart of Ice happen. I don't know if this is like gonna be good gameplay or not. Moras. We can do Moras. There's a curse chest here, which is like not great, but we have a really good build for Mamatic. So yeah, like it could be a very interesting idea where, oh, we're going back through all the best action roguelikes to get like completions. I say this thing is like really annoying. Have I played much of Skyrim? Yes, but I never beat Skyrim. Skyrim is one of those open world games where all I do when I load those up is I do the same thing in Elden Ring, to be honest. I look for whatever cave is out in the distance and I just go and do that. And I barely touch any amount of the game outside of caves. My hope is as I get more survival, this is actually going to do some damage. Now, are you asking about Skyrim because of the YouTube video that's like, I made Skyrim into a roguelike game? I don't know who the creator is, but I think I bookmarked that. Because if they make that actually work the way they're thinking it will, I will play that, 100%. Like, if I were to do a Skyrim mod, it's probably exactly that mod. Sucker. Oh, we got both! Nice. Okay, so we did not get double curse. Oh, it's one of those games that everyone should play at least one time. You know what game I say that about? League of Legends. If you have a PC, I think everyone should play League of Legends at least one time. It builds character. And then it gives you some insight into not only like game development, but also the human psyche. You know what? This is actually kind of legit. All we need is a way to actually like cause self-damage. And this could be really interesting. I was stuck. Technically, you could run Anathema as a way to keep yourself cursed, but I don't think that's smart. This also has like healing built in. So we gotta find ourselves a face flask. I don't know how easy that's gonna be. Like, technically I could hold the button. We just lose V.60s when we do that. I don't know if that's really worth it. I could also let a bomb hit me? Is that the strat? I mean, that hurts. I don't know how worth it this is. Swap out the Heart of Ice for Necromancy. The fact that I'm taking double damage, though, that's really not great. Definitely, like, could get popped by any boss that we come across. Does not do electrical damage either. I know I have a pickaxe in my inventory, too. I don't know. I feel like this just seems more entertaining. Whatever weapon we take, we're probably gonna lose the boss's last gift. Unless I just ditch the shield. Right here. Do you all deal with that as much as I do? Buster hairs just out of nowhere? Like, when did I touch my face? I'm not even eating anything. So where'd the Buster hair come from? Did it just fly over? Oh yeah, the Hayabusas feel good. Legendary. Oh my god, it's a legendary Hayabusa. Can you go double Hayabusa gauntlets? No, you can't. Doesn't do anything. I have never been able to play this in a real run. We keep the victims freeze, which is great, but we lose the electrical damage, which is not ideal. However, this is like actually good. So for those who haven't seen the new Hayabusa gauntlets, the enemies blow up when you kill them. It's probably some kind of anime reference. It's kind of hard to see it because I also do ice when they die. Oh, I could buy the health pot. That's sick. How do you do this? Oh, I did it. It's like I gotta do the jump cancel. Main hand or offhand? For the double Hayabusa? I actually don't think it works at all. I think it only ever does one of the attacks and not the other one. Gold Frieza? Which one came out first? Hayabusa Gauntlets or Dragon Ball Z? Dragon Ball Super. My bad, my bad. Alright, we're good to go. I would have liked the new skill. I don't think we need the ice grenade anymore. I know it doesn't fit into the Heart of Ice setup. Wow! Well then. This is interesting. It's a sign. We're gonna keep this, but you can't pass this, right? That's like the game just gifted that to us. The only thing that would say I'm worried about is the fact that I take double damage. Instincto, Soldier. And I think we have like a full build. If this falls off somehow, we rage. I guess the only other issue here is you don't have access to Vengeance. You have to have Instincto. That's mandatory. Because I think the amount of time it takes for you to get the Face Flask back, the 10 seconds. Yeah, so Spite Sword will be down for 2 seconds. Is that a big deal? What if that's not a big deal? Okay, I don't have money anyway. Soldier. There may be an argument where you actually don't go with Instincto or Heart of Ice. We already heal ourselves on hit, so we don't have to worry about the poison that's on the Face Flask. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why did I not do any damage? I mean, I guess it's because we're on 22 BC. That hurt. Oh my god, I'm throwing. Because I could die from Face Flask. Look how much health I lose from Face Flask! Oh my god! That's so bad! Is 19% health better than 30% damage resist? So the issue with the damage resist... Well, okay, at this point, I really think the Instincto comes out and then we go with the Vengeance. Because it's only a 2-second fall off, which is probably not a big deal. But that health will eventually become 40%. And if you look at my money, I can't do a lot of resets. So, like, I would have to get the 40% potential health now. Like, I'm down to $800. All right. I don't like the idea of fractured shrines here. I think I'd rather go stilt. Don't you have to take one of those drops? I forgot it. I don't know what my deal is with that. This is a chest. We'll just take whatever's in here. Which means I'm probably replacing my shield anyway, so it's not like that big a deal. But thank you for calling out the boss's last gift. I was talking about that the whole time, but I got streamer brain. Like, as soon as that's not, like, right in front of me, it's already gone. If this is a skill, we are screwed. Punishment. For missing boss's last gift. I think that's the fair way to do it. Oh, we can use it! Oh, snap! Wait, this is actually sick. Wait, you're saying I passed the scroll fragments too? I'm really screwing up then. I just walked right out. I'm so used to just ignoring everything. Because I can't recycle either. Don't forget the challenge rift. It's a hard game. Okay. Maybe I should take a second to see how the Hayabusas feel. I know it doesn't have perfect synergy with Face Flask, but maybe that's okay. It's a very good legendary. Do you not take double damage from the bag? I don't believe you do. You can kind of see it's not even over my head anymore. Compared to when I pull it out, now it is. Oh, I think the issue is I need the healing. Because the Face Flask can basically kill me. Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of strats in there around, like, 4 times damage taken stuff. The cells! We got the cells! In the cells game. Oh, snap. Blessed run? Alright. Yeah, I think there's some strats around 4 times damage taken Porcupack. Maybe Acrobatipack can do stuff like that too. I never have that as part of the strat because that's like such luck. Like extreme luck. Even right now, the setup I have with Spite Sword and Face Flask off color, that's pretty good luck as is. At least in 22 BC. Hey, this is not normal for 22 BC. I'm sure you all get this all the time when you play, but... Oh my god, come on. Is this why I'm not speedrunning? Can you not do it with hold to attack? Am I boosted? How are you supposed to do this jump? Surely Hayabusas can do it. Wow, I think I'm boosted. Oh, we got it. Okay. I must not have been doing it correctly. 5 things I wish I knew. You don't need wall run for that. Oops. There we go. Ah! A nice little hole to go in. Why am I not critting? That was weird. I popped the face blast, but then my character just decided that he don't need crits. Ooh, you know why we don't need the Instincto? So we're taking damage longer than just the 10-second cooldown. We're actually eating poison off the face flask. And because of that, we don't need Instincto because we don't need it to come back faster. Like, look at this. 4 seconds. I'm still lit up. Now it's over. Wow, that's nuts. Yo, Famasa, good to see you. Thank you for showing up on YouTube. I discovered Dead Cells because of you. Thank you for the kind words. Right now, if you're like a big fan from the YouTube side, I'm working on Dead Cells all item tiers list. Tiers list because it's farewell. I'm hoping to have up in August. I can't commit to like next week because I'm only in the B tiers right now. Wow, I'm like lagging here. The world is up with that. Yeah, so we do have wall jump enabled, but that secret passage, you take that when you're speed running, and when you do the speed run, you actually don't have wall run at the time. So if I ever want to get into speed running, I need to be able to do that first try. Mandatory. Don't even talk to me about speed running unless you can do that jump. Yeah, the tier lists that we normally do, we always say we ignore the legendaries. So legendaries are not in there because we have a whole tier list specifically for legendaries. And then I try my best to not think about affixes. So for example, you could say that this Crusher is amazing because it has Toxic Cloud and poison damage. That is a high tier Crusher, but if you don't think about affixes at all, you might consider Crusher in the F tier. I don't know. Maybe you actually like it. I kind of want the Ice Shield over Frontline. A little protection. So on top of that, there's some things like Hokuto's bow. The best Hokuto's bow in the game is one that does bonus damage. No, not bonus damage. It does Toxic Cloud or poison on hit. Toxic Cloud is probably stronger. So that specific Hokuto's bow is probably in the triple S. However, I can't like have that on the tier list because that's not fair in a vacuum to everything else. Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. This build can do Cavern. But we cannot get to Cavern. This can only go to Sepulcher, Clock Tower, Undying Shore. And this cannot do Scarecrow. I think I'll go Clock Tower. I don't know, is the curse not a big deal? Maybe the curse isn't a big deal. Could be famous last words too. Flawless number 3? I complained about Flawless this entire time. I had a legendary Flawless just now. And I couldn't stop complaining. You may say V complaining? No, he never complains about anything. It's just... I think the game doesn't have the damage in the right spot. Like, the final hit on Flawless, that thing hits. The first hit is like, it's alright. I think I'd rather use Broadsword. Is Kingdom Gun worth buying? The reviews seem bad. Now, if you don't mind me asking, before I answer that question, oh crap, we can't use Face Flask while we're while we're cursed. I will actually die in 22 BC. Face Flask has a hidden nerf in 22 BC, where if you use it while you're cursed, you die. Did you all know that? I assume no one knows that at all. Ooh. And cards? Just still don't press any buttons because we don't want to mistakenly hit Face Flask. How did that not die? Or more. Relax. It's not a big deal. There's plenty of monsters to kill. Look at that. Now we can hit the button. Look at this. It's night and day. Holy. Oh, no, it wasn't gonna be about what roguelikes do you like. I was simply gonna ask, where did you find out about Kingdom Gun? I have an answer I want to hear. It may not be the answer I get. I think the build's fine. Especially now that we have the cards. I would say to play Kingdom Gun solo is basically like playing Risk of Rain 2 solo. And I don't particularly like doing that. I like to play Risk of Rain 2 as a party game, almost like Super Smash Brothers. Get the homies together. And then you just kind of have fun. I don't know if I could see myself playing Kingdom Gun outside of that kind of circumstance. Whoa, that is lag. A lot of stuff on the screen, apparently. I don't like Risk of Rain 2 solo. And again, there's lots of different opinions about games. There's people who've done all of their content creation journey coming out of Risk of Rain 2 solo. So it's not like it's bad, it's just not for me, you know? We'll do the challenge rift. Apparently you cannot get V.60s if you're running Face Flask in 22 BC. Hidden nerf. Showed up on YouTube, it was some guy's video. Nice. It's probably fun. If you can get it cheap, I would say it's probably not a bad purchase for some hours of entertainment. I know for a fact the kind of game it is, with like random spawns of enemies. There's a timer to get to a boss. I don't want to min-max something like that. If I'm gonna min-max a game, I'm gonna do a game like a Dead Cells or something. Or a game like BlazBlue Entropy Effect. Even Risk of Rain 2, I don't really enjoy min-maxing. Risk of Rain Returns was like sometimes interesting, but you end up with these really weird portal spawns. Where it's like, if I were to actually clear the map and get items, I will actually make the run worse. Because now the timer's been going the whole time. I don't mind that in multiplayer, but in solos, when I can't get all the items I want, for some reason that just does not fly for me. Even in Dead Cells, like, I don't skip monsters. My runs are relatively long, and I understand that. I had to do a poll on YouTube to see if everyone else's runs are as long as mine are. And there was a decent amount of people who said they have 1 hour plus runs. Which was, like, good to hear. I did appreciate that. Dang. So, like, that kind of stuff comes from not skipping monsters. And even in Elden Ring, I rarely skip stuff. The only time I skip stuff in Elden Ring is if it's a run back. Or if, like, I know for a fact I just opened the door and got a shortcut, and I'm gonna walk past the same monsters I already did to unlock the shortcut, I'm not gonna just sit and kill all those. I have 189 hours already. I'm not gonna inflate that even more. Has anyone ever seen V angry? What's there to be angry about? I mean, there's a lot going on in the world, but when it comes to video gaming, what do I have to be angry about? I'm not playing League of Legends. I'm not playing Path of Exile. And even then, the rage in Path of Exile, sometimes people just do that for the clips. You're playing a hardcore solo self-fun, you die to a slam. Flip the keyboard, start storming off. Hey, I get it. It's a good clip. Where are the keys? I'm gonna just get drunk if I die in hardcore? I assume that's what you mean. I can't really comment too much on people playing hardcore because I don't do it. Which is funny because I play roguelikes. You would think the ultimate roguelike experience, Path of Exile, hardcore solo self-fun. No trading. It's just you, the monsters, your build, and permadeath. And I don't know. It just doesn't hit the same for me. Maybe it's investment. Like, I invested too much into my character. If I lose it, I lose the stonks. I can't. I'm too attached to my character. It looks too good. Either the waifu I built is too cute or the husbando I made is too clean. I can't lose it. But in a roguelike, it's like, alright, I died, we go next. I died again. All right. We learned something today. Maybe. Go next. Die again. How much did I pay for this game? $5. Keep going. Go next. $20. All right. Now we gotta worry a little bit. Maybe it's a refund. That's not to say that all my refunds are purely off of if I die in a roguelike game. We're going giant for sure. There is a shop. We cannot forget Boss's last gift this time. Enough is enough. I should have looked at that. That was a $10,000 giant killer. $10,000 for that weapon. Astronomical. Where does that number come from? I should probably grab that food. Another place where I don't really mind dying, MMOs, like Final Fantasy 14. Not that I just sit there and die on purpose. But when we wipe, I was leveling solo. So that was like in matchmaker, 3 randos. First pull, our whole team wipes. We're like level 40, the max level's 100. So this is low level gameplay. Full wipe on the first pull. Some people, you know, they flip the controller, smash a keyboard. People don't know how to play the game. They hop on Reddit, start typing. Casuals have taken over the game. To me, I'm laughing. Like, Airless will tell you, I literally went to my wife, told her that I died on the, well, not I, my team wiped on the first pull of the MMO, and I started laughing. I don't know why, that's the funniest thing to me. I live for that. It's kind of weird. It's probably because I think of Final Fantasy 14 as a relatively easy game. I know it has hardcore content, like raids and stuff like that. But I never think of Final Fantasy 14 as a game that you would die in like regular leveling content. So when it does happen, it's a breath of fresh air. Like, you all hear me talk about jank in games, like, oh, don't report everything. Leave a little bit of jank, because you never know when that's gonna like spice up a mediocre game. Same thing with an MMO like FF14. Leave. Crap, I tried to break that. And I got punished for it. That's so unlucky. I was gonna do... Oh wait, I never actually did my card. I was gonna do yellow card to like break the hand and then kill the eyeball. Laughter hides behind tears. I can guarantee you there is no sadness in my heart. It is pure comedy. Same thing with League of Legends. When people start clowning around and trolling, unless there's something, and this is where it gets like kind of toxic, unless it's directed at me, I'm laughing. If it is directed at me, then I don't yell at the opposing person. I just help them to understand why they're wrong. Or if I did something wrong, I'm like, yes, I did something wrong. What's done is done. It won't happen again. Surely that's what I do. I promise you, I... am not toxic. Anything but. Wow, mandatory high peak castle. Stream chugging? Yeah, I think starting this Saturday, assuming we can stream this Saturday. I didn't do Boss's Last Gift again. I don't know what my deal is with that. We're at 15 FPS. Yeah, I can see we're like straight dropping frames. I mean, technically I could restart the stream and then try to see if we can do the fix now. Speed test. Because we did a couple things to the stream and now we don't know if it's my ISP or if it's some of the changes we made. ISP says we're fine. Crap, malaise. Alright, so first item we find, we'll just take it. Which is right down here. Bruh. This has happened twice in a row. That is so bad. Because I don't think I can face flask with ice armor, right? It's just gonna break the ice armor. So it's actually worthless. Invalid run reset. We did the same thing with the tactics run. But at least now, like, I'm remembering to do something about it. The other ones, I didn't do it at all. Like, I didn't even try to, like, make up for it in the end. Yeah, instant unfreeze. And I actually don't take damage. It's anti-synergy. I'm actually not getting the crits because I didn't take damage. Nice. My God. All right, we have a long way to go to get our health back. I heal 1% every hit, but then I lose like 8% from using the base flask button. It's 22 BC tax. Like, look at that. Am I even getting neutral? I feel like I'm losing more health, but we're up to 47 now, so I guess it's okay. Rare River on stream. Chat, get your lottery tickets. World premiere cat on stream. She never comes up here. That's kind of why I put the window there. I mean, I didn't put the window there. That's why I put the chair at the window, specifically for her. Buster doesn't always care about that. So you'd count the first win? I mean, it's fun, but I would love to really get the full effect of 22 BC. I'm sure for the viewer, like, you all don't care. This looks about as hard as it's supposed to look. Like, that's great. However, in the back of my mind, I know that it could have been even greater. That's what I'm thinking about. Wow, I did not get cursed by that. Have you been doing the spec alternation, brutality, tactic, survival? You mean on winning? Changing to a different color when we win? I'm not winning consistently. But technically, I'm avoiding tactics because that was the one that we quote-unquote won on. So I'm trying my best to not play tactics right now. Really, the win streaks part, that's where all of that came in. Because I don't want to, like, win streak, to be perfectly honest. I want to die. But I want to die because it makes sense. I don't want to die because something dumb happens. Good luck with the run. Yo, thank you, Banders. I appreciate that. I mean, this is looking good. It just sucks that I lost my cards again for the second time in a row. Okay. This is annoying. I can't do Face Flask or I die. Let's leave. Because if I can't one-shot that Rammus, it's going to be really annoying to fight it. You can start off with a parry. It'll have its back towards you after you parry it, so you can go behind it. But again, I don't know if I will kill it when it unfreezes. If I don't have Face Flask. This Tinted Scroll Fragment. Oh, right, I crit while I'm cursed. Keep forgetting about that. Nice. Yeah, the 22 BC stuff, it is pretty entertaining, I would think. But we still have to look for that next step. And I don't mean what's 23 BC, I mean like, once we've fully exhausted what's possible in BC climbing, we gotta already have what's next. And like, part of me thinks that might be just revisiting old roguelikes like I never finish. Gungeon, Noita. Gungeon, Noita, Isaac? While we're waiting on things like Windblown, Rogue Prince, Streets of Rage 2 is actually this coming month, in August. So that'll be exciting. If there's not... Wow, that parry was a mistake. You may notice I'm not pressing the ice armor button. My controller has an issue where for some reason it like double casts both triggers. It's intermittent, so it like doesn't always happen. But in the event that I'm cursed and I hit the Face Flask, it's a GG. Alright. Streets of Rogue? Yeah, Streets of Rogue 2 comes out in August. Did I say something else? Like, did I say the wrong game? Love to see me play some Isaac. I would like that, but I said Streets of Rage 2 again. I would like that, but part of me thinks, and it all boils down to imposter syndrome, really. I feel as though no one really wants to see beginner Isaac. But that's why you have to do it with like a explicit goal in mind, where we have to do this within like this amount of hours. So for example, some people did Dead God by September. Like, I'm a fresh player, but we're not playing on, oh, it's his first time ever playing Isaac. It's more so, this is someone who's trying to get Dead God in a month. Or however long it's supposed to take. Taunt. Kind of funny. That's all we ever see, mid to in-game Isaac. Yeah, and that's where, like, the imposter syndrome comes in. Where I assume most players, when they see first time... And I'm not a first time ever Isaac player. I'm just not at mid-game. I think the farthest I'm at, so all my Isaac players in the chat, you get to the area with the golden doors. I believe you have to get like 2 keys to open whatever that door is. And inside, is it lamb inside of that? What about Eden Streak? Eden Streak wouldn't like complete Isaac for me. I don't want to be an Isaac main. I just want to finish it because we have not ever finished it. Dark Room, Mega Satan. Okay. I think I have fought Mega Satan. I do not remember if we beat it at all. And you might think to yourself, V, if you did it, you would remember. I don't remember. Not gonna lie, I really don't. I know I was there, but it was a long fight, so... Like, my build wasn't giga busted at the time, so I just have no idea if I won. And I think I was using Bethany, too. That sounds familiar. That was, like, day 1 Repentance? I guess that's the other big piece to it, is that I don't have all the Repentance areas. So I have the DLC, but I can play Bethany, and that's about it. I don't think this build wants to do Dracula, because I take double damage, and I have a Rampart. I think it's better I go here. Mega Satan isn't a room, it's like a platform. Yeah, I did fight heads and hands, kind of like the giant boss. And it's a bullet hell at the same time. I know you would say all Isaac is bullet hell, but that fight is specifically very bullet hell. I just don't remember if I won. So, like, to me, I have to find what's the goal of our Isaac run. If it's not Dead God, there has to be, like, some specific thing. It could be winning with all characters, in which case, like, what do you call a win? Obviously not just killing Mom. You have to get whatever kind of cutscene, I guess. I do feel like Crusher has become more and more worthless to me. At least we can base tank a little bit. It's probably just a 22 BC thing. Like, maybe at lower BCs, Crusher still is, like, really impactful. But honestly, I'd rather just use Bombard. I always want to call it Bombardment. It's just on monsters like this, they don't care about Crusher, really. Scarecrow kinda cares, Timekeeper kinda cares, but you could just use Scavenge Bombard and probably get the same, if not better effect. It's really because they nerfed slow. So the first point of slow is not as good as slow used to be before they changed it. There's no boss's last gift there at all. Hand of the King does not drop a weapon. So it's like one advantage of going to Hand of the King, except you have to actually, like, go to spoiler. Spoiler incoming? We'll mention that once we get to the actual boss. To be fair, I don't think we've fought spoiler boss in a long time. I always go to either Queen or Dracula. Have a good rest of your run. Catch you next time. Yo, Taser, thanks for stopping by. Good job in Guess the Game earlier, too. Alright, we have nothing for Shantae, by the way. Like, you might get really lucky and the Phase Flash electricity might kill her. Wow. How unpleasant. Just like that. The advantage of going to Hand of the King is being able to actually avoid boss's last gift. But when you don't have an answer to Shantae, what I mean by that is like ice grenade, giant whistle, even sickles. Sickles can basically like go above your head and possibly hit the monster out of the sky. For those who don't know what Shantae is, that's that librarian, the floating monster that's on the book. The book is like a magic carpet, so we call her Shantae. I guess in that circumstance, I should have gone to Dracula, but I don't know if that build washes Dracula. It was a tough call. If I didn't aggro more than just the Shantae, it would have been okay. I think just Shantae, at least I would have something I could do there. However, just because we died in Dead Cells does not mean the stream is over. The build washed me. I guess technically if I was running the Hayabusas, maybe that wouldn't have happened because we wouldn't take double damage. Yo, Pyro, good to see you. Alright, chat. Just because we died does not mean the stream is over. We have a segment that's coming up. I have to open that thing back there. Live on stream. I've been sitting on that for like 2 days. And the reason why we're doing that is for a game known as... We pull it up. A game known as Kunitsu-Gami. Brand new Capcom release, came out on Friday, I believe. They have a support a creator program going on right now where if you gift subs or subscribe as a brand new subscriber, I believe 2 is the number, then you can actually get access to one of those Bulksu boxes back there. If you have not seen Kunitsu-Gami, good job with the fish. If you have not seen Kunitsu-Gami, it's actually a game that I was super excited about when we saw it on Game Awards. And we'll be showing that for the first time on stream. I'm actually gonna show the intro here while I grab the stuff I need. It's a really good intro.
This is a new tale of the goddess.
Oh, is it doing the skip? It did the skip for me. So the folks over at Capcom wanted me to show this to you all. There is an event going on right now. Can I just open this? That you can get yourself one of these boxes via free shipping. Boosted. I believe if you give 2 subs to anyone playing not only Kunitsu-Gami but also Street Fighter 6. So if you've been watching a lot of Street Fighter 6, this actually might be an opportunity for you. Oh, I got a nice little thank you card, which actually has a code on it for another 30% off. The cats are super excited. They've been waiting to see what was in here this entire time. This game, the one you look, this one looked interesting when they revealed it. This came out on Friday, I believe. So I'm playing it a couple of days late. And I think that's alright. Alright, you get a little ASMR too. Can't hear you over the music. Oh my god. Alright. Should be at least a little better. So, Boksu Box. Asian foods and gifts submitted via mail. As I said, if you gift subs or subscribe as a new subscriber to people playing Street Fighter 6 or Kunitsu-Gami, things like this could be in your hands. Oh my god. Why is it like when it looks like this, it seems like it's gonna be so good? It's like just the visual. Like it doesn't even have to be actual food. That looks super edible. Like too edible. Wait, do I get a Ramun? A Ramune? The strawberry Ramune? I'm gonna like dox myself. The reflection of the glass, my god. Are these the seaweed chips? I'm actually starving right now. That's the bad part. Honey butter potato chips? Wait, so I got some honey chips. I think it was honey barbecue, but it wasn't just straight barbecue chips. It was like more honey than barbecue. They were not good. However, honey with the butter? Umami seaweed sticks? Honey with the butter though? Now you're talking. Now I'm perked up. Biscuits? Oh, they're more like donut holes. They're like actually soft. Hope you all like ASMR, by the way. We will be playing Kunitsu-Gami in a second. I just want to actually like show the intro to the game and the tutorial. These are like crisps. Can kind of feel it. Shrimp flavored. We don't really get the shrimp flavored ramen anymore. We get this like exclusive spicy chicken from the grocery store. that like doesn't really show up anywhere else. In fact, when it is available, we have to buy it out or else someone else will. All right. So there should be a pop-up on the screen in the Twitch chat. You may have to refresh your screen to like kind of showcase the fact that we're doing this kind of it's almost like a drops event, but it's not exactly drops. Just have to get through the tutorial to be able to show you all the cutscene. I know we skipped a good portion of it. Well, actually, maybe the skip is what did it. Yeah. Let's actually go back. I don't know why, that got me like sweating. All right, we're gonna relaunch. Was that Mochi earlier? The pink? You mean this one? If I just eat it, could I find out? It says it's peach. Peach flavored rice cake. I don't get out much. All I know is Taco Bell. So when you bring stuff like this into my hands, I just eat it. If you were to ask me what it was I ate, it was good. That's all I can tell you. Okay, I'm gonna do new game again. And not skip the cutscene this time.
This is a new tale of the goddess.
There we go.
The raging torrent of
With some
this world
ASMR.
is unending. The villages, like a breath drawn in, like a silk thread pulled taut, lived their pitiful lives not knowing when they will be cut. Yet, if I believe in the great mountain goddess and devote myself unto her, the village.
Again, this is a sponsored segment. Big thanks to the folks over at Capcom. Ooh, it's like super squishy. It's like almost jelly. Like if I could shake it. Never had peach flavor? Same? I've never had any. That's dangerous. That is actually diabolical. Which is a word that my wife has been saying. I'm gonna actually faster one. You'll get addicted? Uh-oh. Chat, you can get codes for this. Not the game, but not even talking about the game. We're talking about the box with the stuff in it. You can get a code for that with the support a creator campaign. Any streamer gifting subs to their channels, becoming a new subscriber. That's dangerous. Holy. I'm afraid to open the Ramoon. I will literally not play the game. Quick question, chat, is the cutscene low FPS for you all? What I'm seeing on OBS is not what I'm seeing like from my actual game. My wife just got mint, chip, mochi, and double chocolate. It was laggy? Alright, let's check out some graphic settings. We're not on a 165, I can tell you that. DLSS Super Resolution. Would it be better to turn this up? Okay, maybe not, maybe not. Turn back. I was thinking like maybe if you put more energy towards the graphics card, it'll be less on the CPU. Okay. Let's try that. Lower refresh rate, lower frame rate. Maybe we'll go to performance as well. Okay. I'm gonna return to the main menu. So I've already done the tutorial and cleansed the first like pseudo village. I'm gonna take you all into my actual game real quick. I just did the tutorial because I knew that for games like this, I want to know how to play. Because I want you all to come in here seeing that I'm an expert. Wait, did I not save on the right thing? Load game. Okay, day 2. It's this one. This game is like... I've been seeing a lot of talk about this game on Twitter. I've even seen people say that this was like the PS2 era game that I've been really wanting to play. Now. In the sea of garbage. Like, give me something that I can actually have fun with, and it actually has like a completely different style from what we've been doing. What's this game about? It's an excellent question. Sorry about the frame drop. It's really just on the stream side. So, in the cutscene that we just had, basically what's happening is that we're on a mountain with villages. The people of the mountain have grown greedy, so the goddess of the mountain is punishing everybody by sending curses down the temple. Like, so we're at, I think we're going to the bottom, actually. I think we're on one side of the mountain. We have to go down and come back up to reach the summit where the goddess is. To do that, we have to cleanse the cursed villages while we're trying to get up there. Just gonna try a couple more things just because I saw that the stream is like having trouble keeping up. The game has... It's kind of hard to describe. So, as you saw, it is an action game, but it's also a tower defense at the same time. This Shrine Priestess, this is our nexus that needs to be protected. What we're doing is we need to get her to the villages and prevent her from dying in the process. Okay, so I did this. This unlocks a new skill for us, an R2 button. We also have a power-up called a Mazo Talisman. The Mazo Talisman allows the villagers to greet So. So is... Am I so? So as like a tower defense game, The villagers themselves are the turrets. Right now, I only have one turret type, and that's woodcutter. We're going to remove the corruption from villagers that we find with a currency that we collect in the middle of the actual like game itself. Ooh. Kunitsu-Gami. So that's one specific kind of demon. Task at bases. Work with the purified villagers to repair the areas destroyed by the Seed. The Seed are the cursed entity. The villagers can repair broken structures. The status of repair will advance as you complete stages, so it may be necessary to complete stages multiple times before you finish everything. Repair progress can be checked on the map with the X button. We are playing Xbox controller. Alright, so we have 4 villagers. This is gonna require 3. I don't know what that structure is. The game is gonna be also on like a day and night cycle, where like you try to build up during the day as best as you can, and then the hordes of stuff shows up at night. This requires 2. We don't have enough. We're gonna need more villagers. What the dog doing? I feel like if Bambi sounded like that, I'd actually cry. That's 2. Oh, this is actually the village I cleared. Like, offline. That's cool. Okay, so everything costs too much right now. We have... I shouldn't have put all 3 on those. Actually, can I take these off? No, maybe not. Yeah, they're all occupied. Okay. Have I tried Shape of Dreams yet? Seems up our alley. I have not. I did have some person mention it earlier. Ominous Presence. The challenge map? But no, if it's the Risk of Rain 2 looking game, the isometric one, it did look interesting. I'll have to see if we can maybe get it on random roguelikes. The oppressive presence of a powerful seed is emanating from up ahead. Prepare for battle by using the crystals that Yoshiro has prepared to assign roles to villagers and go forth. That's different than what I normally do. Okay, so we have crystals from her. I still only have woodcutters thus far. Should be enough. Oh, they're so happy to help. And now we need to actually like assign them. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this is a completely different map. So typically I would have basically like a MOBA where I have to protect her and they would come down a lane. But instead, it looks like I'm gonna be in a full zone. The combat is like a Dynasty Warriors, where you have like a combo set of light and heavy attacks. I've never done the actual challenge. very colorful game, and it looks better on my side. I'm actually a little upset about my ability to show it. All right, so I can move them at any point. I wonder if I'm supposed to be doing this after the tutorial. Gaki Nyodu. Love the monster design. We're gonna see if we can just keep them in this space. There is a dodge roll and a parry button. The others can probably get moved up. I do have healing pots for them. Might be summoning stuff. The defense order. The defense order is a command that sends all villagers to Yoshiro's side to defend her together. Press L2 to deploy. Is that happening? Resist gauge. You can stun an enemy by depleting its resist gauge with certain attacks, such as Suba guard attacks. Attack order. Oh crap. I can probably handle these. Like, as long as I can see what direction they're coming from. Alright, incoming. We might have to heal at some point. Ooh. Wow, I actually take damage in the corruption. Unstoppable attacks. There are seath attacks that So will be unable to guard against. These attacks will always be accompanied with a warning sign. Stay vigilant and dodge accordingly. Okay. I don't think I have to go to Yoshiro. I think this is fine. I don't have enough energy for my ulti. Alright, let's do some heals. Oh, he dropped his axe. Oh my god. If I can heal myself. I know I have rations. Nice. Oh, she's absorbing it. Oh, okay, I heal over time, I think. So the rations, I usually do them from either here or like going up to a person. We already won, so I don't have to do it. I just want to think about, like, is that something I have to worry about? Okay. Defeat Gakenyodu. And that was just like a 1v1. It was a heal prompt with X. When I was guarding, actually, yes, that is what it is. Armed with a bow, the archer is strong against small flying seed. Their attacks are swift, but weak at medium range. And then we got a new plaque. Emma plaques are sacred objects made in commemoration of the subject depicted on them. Those you can collect can be viewed from the plaque racks. Okay. We did not win in 1 minute. Confirmed. So there's also, like, grades to it. Ooh, new area just dropped. Completed repairs. Repair work at the base has been completed. Bases that have completed repairs will be marked with a special icon. Go to the base to approve the repairs. All of this is new for me. All I did was a tutorial. All right, what do we got? Nice. That currency is used in here. Offerings for Yoshiro. Offerings will occasionally appear in the tents at bases. Check in each base regularly to accept them. The amount of offerings will increase as the base repairs are completed. Okay. Oh, so we can have this currency, the bag, to level up these folks. So we can level up Archer's maximum health. Only costs us 5. We have no Archers yet. Attack power for Archer sounds good. All right. So this only requires 2. We have 4 total, so we may as well do the 2 2s. So those 2, these 2, lock it in. And then we already unlocked a new area. Oh, maybe we don't have the plaques rack yet. All right. Interesting. I wonder what that 8 was. Is there a day and night cycle here too? Ah, here we go. You can view the Emma plaques here, because I want to say rack. Select an Emma to learn more about the beings on the mountain. This is how you get your deep lore. This is RE Engine, by the way. So the same engine that Resident Evil is on, that I think Street Fighter is on. Supposedly it's not Resident Evil engine, it's like Reach for the Moon engine or something like that. And they always do this, where you can see the character models. I don't know when Capcom started doing that, but it's like the standard. All of their games has to have some kind of model viewer. All right. Love bestiaries with the models? Yeah, I bet. Oh my god, if content creators back in the day had that. Jeez. Chat, can I get exclamation point uptime to let me know how long you've been live for? Is that a new villager type? Alright. So there's two parts to the game. Like, this is a standard mission. The first part of the standard mission is to get Yoshiro to the actual, like, place to cleanse. Check the map. It's wise to fully utilize your surroundings when up against the Seethe. Prepare for battle effectively by checking the stage layout. In the overview map, you can open the map legend to learn more about the villagers you rescue by selecting villager and press Y. So we're in daytime right now. In daytime, we see that the gate's right here. The gate is what has to go. Hopefully the timer's not going. I see a couple of things to be cleansed. There are people that need to be cleansed too. 1 out of 5. Barriers. Barriers will hold to see that babe, but they'll be destroyed if they take too much damage. Interesting. Animals and rations. Animals affected by defilement can be purified by striking them. In return, they drop rations to recover health. Do I want to do that mid-combat? Okay, this is gonna be our new archer. Alright, you're now an archer. I need you. Oh, wow, look at that attack range. Like, right here. That is, like, giga sick placement. I don't know, I think you might want to leave them. We have plenty of time. Not nighttime yet. You also get reward for finding all the people who are defiled. Okay, I don't have a woodcutter yet. It's kind of scary, TBH. We need a tank. I think it said that there were 4 people on this map somewhere. You can see our placements here. If there's only 2, that might be a problem. 4 out of 5 on whatever that is. Rations are saved so you don't lose them by saving the animals now. Okay. I thought it was like a spot heal. Let's get double melee. One more archer would be nice. Okay, so I cleansed that. I think that might be reward. I don't think that's actually something for this attempt. Oh, never mind. Purge completion reward. Increase the attack power and move speed of villagers. Suba guard. Equip it? Oh, it replaces that thing. Okay. So we can actually find buffs instead of just, attacks. Just wonder if I still have to, like, gather the resource for it. Alright. Chat, do we think that's everybody? Guy's kind of annoying me. Bring her forward. I mean, I feel like I have a lot of resources. Like, part of me thinks the game wants me to utilize that gate. Oh, wait, did we not full clear that? Oh, she has to still walk the entire way. And she's gonna stop at the barrier? Alright. I mean, I don't see any more defilement. Let's find the John Deeres. Unless they all dipset. You may think that there is a lot of defilement. That will all go as we cleanse the village. I can't fast forward time, but it'd be a good idea to just look around. Now, what I don't know is if things can come from multiple directions. I assume that is gameplay that will happen. Okay. So it's nighttime. She's gonna stop there. I want to see the archers. Toxic miasma from Torii Gates. When night falls and the seas appear, toxic miasma will emanate from in front of the Torii Gate. Coming in contact will cause damage. Are they taking damage from that? I can pull them back by like half a yalm. Maybe like that. I'm not gonna go in. Oh crap, I have to collect this. Okay, in that case, we probably do want to pull back. Because I don't want all of that in the miasma. So yeah, this is like just level 1. Look at this, it's taking the other route. Like I'm back in Bloons. What in the world was that doing going there? I have no range attacks myself. There's gonna be flying monsters too that I don't know if the woodcutters can actually hit themselves. I also don't know if the entire wave is based on the full night cycle, or if there's a specific number of monsters that will spawn. You're taking a lot of damage, buddy. This should be an easy clap if there aren't monsters from the other directions. I'd say this is already GG. Like, our setup's just too good. It's also just the first mission. Okay, so yeah, that's my health, and now it hit a button to heal. Why is your life low? Interesting. All right, clean. Couple more. Ooh. I see you. Oh, that's a ranged monster. The archer killed it, though. Nice. All right, so there's 2 dots on the map. Oh, it's these. So I would say that this map's actually done. The way how you close it out, Oh, she's actually ready to close it out. So I can fast forward time to move this along. Oh, let's do it where you can actually see. Nice. Purifying Torii gates between areas. You can recover Yoshiro's health when purging a Torii gate between 2 areas of a stage. Heal her wounds by keeping the defilement centered. I've never had more than 1 stage. Usually once we get here, it's over. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think after this stage, I might call it, because I have to go back and see, like, what in the world is causing us to drop all these frames. Like, I can't run this for some reason with OBS up. I mean, it's actually perfect for me, but OBS is chugging like crazy. All right. And that I'm not a big fan of. Repairing contraptions. The carpenter be commanded to repair broken contraptions. It takes time to complete, so try to start with plenty of time before sunset. Still watchable? I mean, thank you for the kind words, for sure. Happy to hear that. Alright. Second archer. I don't know what those icons are. I'm gonna assume that's like hits ground and hits air. Oh, we need crystals. So the game is also like real-time resource gathering, where you try to optimize your ability to get to stuff. Employ villagers to remove obstacles when the way forward is blocked. Approach the obstacle and press B to employ a villager. You, the one with no job. This one also doesn't have a job. Oh no, that's not a person. There's 6 on the map? Time is moving awfully fast, I feel. Dang, I don't know which one is on that project right now. It must be this one, because it has the icon. Please tell me time's paused. I gotta heal my people, too. So, like, I can still do all of this at nighttime, too. Assuming that, everyone doesn't just die. Heal. Okay, that's open. They're already spawning. Kitoba! Flying monsters? Second archer? Oh wow, I can't actually break those during combat. Wow, you're actually good on HP? You are not for some reason. Okay, So I assume my axe guys cannot touch the flying monsters at all. I have to help. Flying Seed, long-range fighters such as archers are effective against Flying Seed. So this, as I said, very tower defense. Now let's try our ulti. I don't know if that's on a cooldown or if I have to generate some energy for it. Oh crap. Wait, this came up the side? Alright. This did not get finished. Where was that other shrine? Or else at night, maybe it's closed off? I mean, they're doing a good job. Except this one. This one is constantly taking damage. Oh, yeah, it's getting sniped. That's why. Okay, so I have my ulti back. So this one must be different from the other one. The other one seemed like it used charges. This one appears to be on a cooldown. Is there a world where I pull one of the archers back? Like, maybe I'm too close. Like, really, I just need someone to block this path over here. You are actually not paying attention. Oh my... Alright, I gotta pull this person back. This person's actually, like... I'm not gonna say they're trolling, but they are struggling to not get hit. Oh, daytime? Alright. So this did not get finished. I'm gonna assume you don't want to just reset. Oh wow, the entirety of the map is open. I wonder if that's gonna be something that we have to deal with later. Gotta move her forward. Oh, she can actually finish tonight. Let's get this. Ooh. Demon Seat? Slightly increases villagers' maximum health. This goes in place of villagers can greet So. I believe I'm So. Why would the villagers want to greet me? It's like just for immersion. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder what that's for. So we're gonna clean this up. It could be that there's a third stage after this. Which would be a little scary, I guess. Yo, moonwalking. Yeah, it's a third stage, and then probably a boss. a reminder, this is a sponsored segment. Big thanks to Capcom and the folks over at Boxu Box. Again, you can get a Boxu Box by gifting subs to any streamer, not just me. Anyone who's playing Street Fighter 6 or Kunitsu-Gami. Already addicted. Emaki Scroll, the Hunter. Some Musubi. Oh, we actually finished. Wow, there's... Don't use any rations. We didn't get to see what the other ones were. So each one of these must have its own challenge. This is criminal how good this is. All right, so you all just did this? Confirm? Yeah, so it's almost like Okami vibes, where you actually are trying to like make the village look good again. Okami is like one of my favorite games of all time. They actually have like a collab thing, like there's a skin for Amaterasu for your own character. And I think you can get music too. That sounds familiar. Oh, this village only has 4 villagers, so the other village must have 5. YouPetTheDog.com. It does seem like time moves in these areas, which is very, very interesting. All right. Can I unlock a new seal? I cannot. Let's save. Was the 23rd yesterday? We have a little bit of points, increase attack power, and then eventually can now attack while running toward the seed and chase after any that try to escape. Also can deplenish their poise meter. Ooh, I have a second slot for Demon Seed. That's cursed. Like, the fact that it's a pillow that you're supposed to sit on is making that face. The Hunter? No! You can't. Alright. We just want to get... Yeah, time is moving. Interesting. I'm gonna get the other village going. And then, like I said, I think I'm gonna close. And then I'll probably take some time today offline to set, because we're already losing frames, like right now. So I'm gonna try to set us back to where we were before we start losing all these frames. And then see if that's like something that gets fixed for Wednesday. Some repairs require materials to complete. Search for materials around the base and command the villagers to carry them to use them to build. Oh, we don't even have the main base. Oh, the main base requires wood. Alright. I wonder what happens when it becomes nighttime on an already cleansed area. I assume nothing would happen. But the fact that time is moving is a little scary. Where in the world's the last piece of wood? Oh, is it back on the previous stage? No. Here we go. Blind? I'm gonna say I would love anything that cost 1, but everything costs 2. Yeah, while it is probably watchable, especially for a sponsored segment, I don't want it to look bad. So whatever I can do to make it better. Even if it requires me to, like, save it for a day. Oh, sick. Wait, is this already done? No. Those were rabbits that were jumping around? I had no idea what those demon things were. Okay. Nice. Let's save again.
Good afternoon.
Really fun game. Like, I will probably try to play this again tomorrow. Unless something comes up. Like, I really want to see what, not like hardcore setups could happen, but the fact that there's flying monsters, archers, poison, there's bosses too that we've only seen in challenge modes. Like, that stuff, and what we've already done, like, extremely interesting to me. And I feel like these kind of games don't really exist. I know someone earlier was talking about like a roguelike mixed with something else, and I can get those feels, and I feel like I haven't really seen anything equivalent to what we're doing right now. But anyway, let me actually call it here so I can try, yeah, we're chugging right now, so I can try to do some fixes. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow, same time, 2:30 p.m. Probably Kunitsu-Gami, Civilization 6 after that with Wholesome vs. Squad. Maybe we can try to do some Elden Ring after that. We'll just have to see. What y'all think of the game though? Especially if you did not play the demo, because there was a demo that came out that a couple of people tried. Quick fish before we end. Yeah, get all your fishing in before it's too late. Shoot, maybe the fishing is what's making us chug. My computer is crying right now. As I said, tomorrow's stream, same time, follow. Make sure you are notified when we go live. Keep up on socials, Twitter, Discord, YouTube. We have at least one video going up this week. It's Lost Castle 2. And then, what else goes up soon? Everything else goes up next week. So, a lot of cool things on the horizon. Anyway, big thanks to everyone tuning in. Stream is not possible without you, the viewer, as I always say. That's loud. Rip ears. Yeah, thanks for the bits, follows, subs, all the support coming through. Appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be checking out this again tomorrow after I do all the fixes. Either way, you all have a good night, good day, good evening, good whatever, wherever you are. And I will see you on the Wednesday stream. Have a good night, everybody.